The Tragedy of Clan Lionsborne by Tara Lionsborne, chieftain of what remains of the clan Lionsborne. A memoir of the clan Lionsborne by chieftain of Tara Lionsborne, lioness of Turak, wild hunter of the lands of Euridia, and friend of her free people. Should I die on the bloody field of battle, it is my hope that this first-hand account I've written of my clan will ensure the survival of their memories. My clan once lived and thrived in the jungles of Turak, a proud and noble group of warriors, druids, hunters, and healers. We loved the lands which we traveled and lived with them as one, calling no place home for long. Despite our wanderlust, there was one sacred place we carefully guarded since the time of our ancestors, a grove suffused with power where we held ceremonies when our members would come of age. We would visit often to care for the site that held so much of our history, and to teach the younger members of the tribe many natural arts and meditation. You all know me as the Lioness of Euridia, or simply the Lion Lady. And that grove was the place where I first connected with the lion within. On my naming day, I unleashed the beast for the first time, revealing its radiant golden coat to my tribe. My father, the chief of our tribe, had never been prouder of me than upon seeing me ascend to the rank of Lionsborne in that holy place. That was the last place I saw my father alive. Marek Lionsborne was a patient and loving father to myself and my siblings. He was also the wise, disciplined chieftain of our tribe. Known as the Throned Beast, my father was a proud druid, yet even with his strength, abhorred the ways of war and preferred to protect our peace. He used to always say that patience is given and respect is earned. As a girl, I did not value what he taught my siblings and I of diplomacy and composure. Looking back, I regret not heeding the values he impressed upon us, as they would have saved me much grief in my life within the Empire. My late father ruled not out of fear, not out of divine right, but out of kindness and justice. He was simply the person most suited to the role. With his compassion and merciful ways, the warring tribes all came to recognize his rule and laid down their arms against one another. Now I see that everything he did, everything about him, was what a ruler should be, and that a person cannot be great through oppression, only through peace. But my father could not have guided our combined tribes alone. To his calm and non-violent ways, my mother was his opposite and equal. My mother, Acadia Lionsborne, was a rash, quick-tempered woman, and loyal and protective to a fault. My mother was not a ruler, like my father. She was a pack leader. She led the hunters of the lycanthropes in our village, of which myself and my sister Kari eventually became part of. When we reached womanhood, we hunted only things that we needed to eat and defend against any things that threatened the safety of our village. When I was still among my people, I learned many things from my family and tribe. How to hunt from my mother, how to fight from my uncle, and how to speak well and be at peace by my father. Euridians call us stereanthropes, but we are a culture of shifters. Our tribe was granted our gifts through many years of toil and worship, venerating one among the so-called false divinities, the god of harvest and good fortune. I dare not speak his name. We had many diverse shifters among us, the Lupine-born, who slipped through the jungle brush unseen, the stalwart Ursa-born, who fought on the front lines to protect our people, the Luna and Striga-born, who surpassed all others hunting by cover of darkness, and the greatest hunters, the Lycan-born. However, above all shifters in station and ability were the Lionsborne. The Lionsborne were a gifted breed, even among my tribe. We were peerless in all arenas, gifted with power and skill We could hunt with the most skilled of lichens, fight side by side with the Ursa, slink through the forests as swiftly as a lupine. But above all else, we were blessed with a uniquely attuned wisdom and connection to nature. We could understand the place of the needs of the tribe before ourselves and held strong filial drive to keep them alive, happy, and healthy. I wish that drive and wisdom could have been enough to keep our tribe from falling. My family members all served as pillars of support to our tribe, and as each one was cut down, our tribe shrank further and further into chaos. When the Empire first darkened at the fringes of our forest with their shadows, they were met with our warriors, led by my aunt and uncle. Every fight was only a loss, and fewer of our people returned each day. Days and nights of relentless battle wore down our blades and our spirits. One day, after a month of endless slaughter, my aunt returned with my uncle, or what was left of him. Once a proud and courageous man had been killed and mutilated, skinned, turned into a pelt, the very pelt I wear on my shoulders to this day. The Empress never gave my father a chance to petition for peace. They invaded our territory suddenly, closing in further by the day, and only gave us the choice to kill or be killed. My father fought to his last breath, but he had no choice but to watch our family, our tribe, as it was slaughtered before him, one by one, and I watched as he was killed and burned with their corpses. The grove of Clan Lionsborne is only ashes now, along with its people. I was a young and foolish child, clever enough to conceal myself from the monsters who butchered my tribe, but not smart enough to know that a single girl could not stand against the might of a legion. After the Empire's forces left the smoke heavy in the air, I collected my father's sword and I chased after them. Blinded by grief and rage, certain I could make those savages pay, I have always been strong. I fended off the Imperial Knights for many grueling bloody hours. But one person's strength cannot last forever, and I was felled and captured. I was brought to this city in chains forged both of steel and resentment, but in my years here I have found many people who have helped me break those binds, and now I consider them to be my new tribe. I have had the blessing of building a life filled with friends and loved ones, something the members of my clan will never know again. In closing of this account of Clan Lionsborne, I hope to honor my clan and gather allies with like minds and compassionate hearts. I will give my family and the revenge they deserve, felling the one whose command ensured their deaths, so their souls may finally rest in peace. I will never forget the teachings of my ancestors, and I will fulfill my family's duty to the land and to the gods of the harvest by teaching our ways to my future children one day. I shall now recount my family tree as we were the sovereign family of my tribe. The Lionsborne family tree. My mother, Acadia Lycansborn, Goliath, lycanthrope, died, age 57. My father, Marek Lionsborne, elf, leonthrope, died, age 63. Sibling, D'Artagnan Strigiborn, half-elf, died, age 26. Sister, Kari Ursaborn, half-elf, died, age 20. Uncle, Zaros Lionsborne, elf, died, age 73. Aunt, Tula Ursaborn, half-orc, died, age 61. And myself, Tara Lionsborne, half-elf, age 31, its only surviving member.